Welcome back, everyone, to the Awful Takes podcast special episode. It is our top 10 movies of 2025.
Our long-awaited.
Long-awaited.
Better than an Oscar.
And and our most anticipated of next year. We are very excited here. My name is Nabaahi.
Hello, I'm Wallied from Gator Productions.
This was a very great year in movies, which is exciting to say. I had a lot of fun in the theater or at home watching movies on streaming.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, so I will say before I kind of jump into it, coming up with the list was kind of hard. I found myself second guessing a lot and thinking, wait, which one did I like better? You know, things like that.
Same. Yeah. No, that was probably me like 10 different times this past month of like, wait, this one might be number 5. This one, I don't know if I'm going to put this in the honorable mentions. Yeah.
I made it an effort out of all my top movies to watch it more than once. So there's a few I've only seen once, probably like 1 or 2, but I did try my best to rewatch stuff.
Yeah, just to like solidify it for sure.
Yeah. I would definitely love to see in the comments what your guys' top 10 are, or you know, most anticipated of next year. Maybe there are some movies I missed out on that are worth watching. So please leave your top 10, top 5. Whatever it is, your Mount Rushmore, top 4.
Top 50 if you want.
Letterboxd top 4.
Your 4 favorites.
Yeah. So leave those in the comments. I would really like to see them.
All right.
All right. I guess I will start out. I'll do honorable mentions first, and then I'll get into my top 10. I'll just say a little bit about each film. By no means are these going to be in-depth reviews or anything.
Okay.
All right. Honorable mentions. Movies that I enjoyed. We're going to start out with a movie called The Monkey. Came out earlier in the year. It's a horror.
Oscar Perkins. Yeah,
horror film. It's a lot of fun. That's what I would like to say about it. I had a lot of fun with it. Okay. The acting was very funny. A lot of the humor situations were really funny. And it got a few horror elements down that I really enjoyed.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah. So overall, I just had a really good time with The Monkey. Another film that is an ode to films that I really don't think get made anymore. And unfortunately, I missed this one in theaters. It is The Naked Gun. It was
heck yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, great one.
Yeah, and watching it, I was like, damn, they really don't make comedies like this for theaters anymore.
I know, right?
Yeah, it was kind of depressing. And I should have went to go see it in the theater, but unfortunately I didn't, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's one I definitely regret not seeing sooner for sure. Yeah.
Another one that I really loved, Ryan Johnson came back with his Knives Out movie called Wake Up Dead Man.
Oh, nice.
That one was really good for me. I really enjoyed it.
Crazy mystery for sure.
Yeah, and Josh O'Connor, he did such a good job in that movie.
Yeah. I'm excited to see more from him for sure.
I had so much fun with it. I don't know where it ranks among the other 2, but man, I had a really great time with it. And Ryan Johnson, please make more of these movies.
Yeah, honestly.
Last of my honorable mentions is a movie that I really enjoyed when I first saw it. Listened to the soundtrack a ton for this movie. It is called The Colors Within. It is made by Naoko Yamada. She made Silent Voice. It very much is like a different type of movie. You know, this movie really focuses on something that's definitely a bit more grounded, I would say. You know, it's just these 3 friends trying to make music and stuff. And I'm big into music, so definitely seeing that kind of evolve through this story was really cool. Going into the third act, man, I was like nervous. And I was like, I can't recall a time in a movie theater that I felt nervous for a character or something.
Yeah, the buildup is fantastic.
So fantastic. All right. Jumping into top 10. Here we go. Number 10, I have Predator, Killer of Killers.
Okay, nice.
It is an animated movie that dropped on Hulu. It is still directed by Dan Trachtenberg, the guy who made Prey. Yeah. And later in the year, Predator Badlands.
Double featured.
This one has a different structure to it. It focuses on these 3 different type of historical warriors encountering like a predator. And the animation is just stellar. It has a unique animation style to it. Everything you love about the Predator is showcased, and it kind of culminates in a really cool way that I feel like is setting up this franchise for something that I think is going to be really cool. And it kind of cemented my idea that getting people who are really passionate to kind of lead these franchises and they love these franchises is a good move, you know, like this thing's been paying off, at least for me. So yeah, number 10, Predator, Killer of Killers.
Nice. Good pick.
Number 9 is a movie, smaller kind of movie, but really great for me, is called Rental Family. It stars Brandon Fraser.
Heard of it.
I had a lot of fun with this movie. It is heartfelt. It really feels like kind of similar to The Naked Gun. It feels like a movie of a different time period almost. And there's not a whole lot of intrigue based on the plot, but it is really cool to get invested with these characters. And you really get to see this emotional story kind of evolve throughout the course of the movie. And it is just amazing. And there is a scene in this movie that is set up for like humor, and it was the most left of field thing that I had seen, and I remember bursting out laughing. I thought it was like one of the funniest things. So yeah, I have Rental Family, really great movie.
Cool. I'll have to check that out.
Number 8 is a movie that I've seen very recently, but man, this is unlike anything I've ever seen. It's called If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Oh, okay.
The sound design in this movie is top notch. It is amazing. The sound editing is amazing. They really use the filmmaking to enhance everything that is going on with your main character. And boy, did it work, because I felt absolutely stressed out throughout the majority of this movie.
Oh,
like
wow.
I've never seen a film like this where I was like, I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now. This is not this is not fun.
Really?
But yeah, it really is effective filmmaking for me, because I just had the most visceral reaction to it. It was so great. And obviously Rose Byrne did such a good job in this movie. She has such a great performance. So if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It was really good.
Sure.
Number 7, a movie I saw earlier in the year that just stayed throughout the course of the year on my top 10. It's 28 years later. Danny Boyle has returned, and he did it in such a great way. Like we mentioned in our review, the music, the direction, it's literally like he didn't skip a beat. 20 years ago, he made this movie, so now he's coming back. You would almost expect a director to kind of miss some points, but he didn't miss anything at all in this movie. It was just absolutely amazing.
The perfect follow-up.
Yeah, it is so good. So yeah, sure. 28 years later at number 7.
Nice.
Number 6, most anticipated movie, Superman. I had so much fun with this movie.
Nice.
It really cemented my love for this character. It was such a nice change of pace after everything we had with the DCEU. It was nice to see my favorite superhero treated with respect, treated with love of the character. And not only that, adding elements from different comics and things that I feel like most directors wouldn't really want to get into, you know, but seeing characters like Mr. Terrific was amazing. Seeing characters like Crypto, which I honestly thought couldn't work in a live action movie, pulled off, you know, like that is such a great thing to see characters translated so well into a different medium. So yeah, Superman, I just had so much fun with it.
Nice.
And it makes me excited for everything moving forward with DC, which is kind of crazy to do in one movie. You know, like I was so down about DC, and then just to know that now I'm like, all right, what's next? Like that's such a great accomplishment. All right, top 5. Here we go. This is where it got hard. Number 5, another movie I saw recently. No Other Choice. Directed by Park Chan-wook.
Our boy. Yeah.
Man, this movie was insane. This movie had so many great layers to it. It had one of the most random scenes, yet it felt like a culmination of the story you'd been watching. If you've seen the movie, it's just this scene where these characters are arguing and this music is playing. It is one of the most random things, and I was just blown away by how invested I was getting and how out of left of field it was. Like I was not expecting that. This movie is amazing. Kind of felt similar for me. It was almost like a Parasite type movie. So I had a lot of fun with this. If you have not seen No Other Choice, definitely make time to see it. You know, hopefully it comes out on streaming pretty soon. I had a lot of fun with it, and just a masterclass of filmmaking in every way. It was so good.
Sick. Perfect.
All right. Number 4, a movie that I was kind of down upon with the marketing and everything, but eventually got around to seeing it. And the movie won me over. It was amazing. It is called Bring Her Back. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I was just totally caught off guard with this movie. I put it on, not expecting much, and boy, was I rewarded. This movie is amazing. The performances in it are amazing. The writing is fantastic. There's so many great scares in the movie. There's a lot of great horror elements. This year was kind of a big year for me with horror.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really nice to see this movie excel in all of those aspects, and just really left me with kind of somberness feeling, especially with the way this movie ends, man. It is so good. Kind of felt a little similar to almost like a Hereditary type movie. So definitely, if you've not seen Bring Her Back, I cannot recommend it enough. Please go check it out. It was absolutely amazing.
Cool.
All right. Number 3, a little biased with this one, but I mean, it's the theater experience, man. Like that can totally win me over. And this movie is no exception to that. I'm talking about Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
Oh, nice.
Another one of my most anticipated
That's right.
movies.
Yeah. Hey, that's good though.
Yeah, it is good. It's good to have it pay off. Man, I cannot explain going into this movie. Throughout the course of the whole movie, well, except the kind of third part of this movie, I was on the edge of my seat. My heart was racing throughout this whole movie. I was so invested in the story. Again, I feel like I'm cheating because this is kind of like a part of a bigger thing, you know,
right?
The anime series, the other movies that have come out. So this has been almost like a 3-year long journey for me. But man, this movie still has so many great elements to it. The soundtrack is amazing. The direction is amazing. The voice acting is top tier. The animation is amazing. The fights that they pull off in this movie are just so invoking, like of just so many different feelings. You can go from feeling excited on the edge of your seat to just absolutely sad and depressed about, you know, different characters and things. It is just so great. And I'm so excited to see how this series is going to end. But yeah, going into the theater and watching Demon Slayer was just... Man, I can't tell you the last time I was in a theater and I was just adrenaline was running through my body, and all it was is just animation. It's just animation on screen. So yeah, it was kind of insane. If you haven't seen Demon Slayer, please watch the series, watch the other movies, and then check this movie out. Again, I do feel like I'm kind of cheating in a way, but
most lists I saw had that Chainsaw Man movie, so I think you're fine. Yeah,
all right,
I think you're okay.
But yeah, that was my top 3. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle was so good. All right. Now 1 and 2. This is hard. One point, one was over the other, and it was swapping back and forth. I rewatched one movie. Now that one movie was on top. Then I rewatched another movie, and I was like, you know what? This is getting hard. It really was hard.
Okay.
But I'll explain why. Number 2. One battle after another. Absolutely amazing film. Wow. We have our review on it. Man, this movie for me was excellent in every category. It was like nothing I was expecting. I'm really hoping for awards season to be great for this movie.
Oh, it'll sweep it for sure.
I absolutely love this movie. And I've watched it quite a few times. And despite its runtime and everything, man, this is such an enjoyable movie to watch.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. And the filmmaking on screen is just amazing. Like we mentioned, there's so many great elements to it. The soundtrack is amazing. I really have no downfalls with this movie. And yeah, it was hard because at one point this movie was my number 1 and then kind of switched around. Okay. So number 1, if you've heard my list, you probably were expecting it at some point. It is Weapons. Such an amazing movie.
Nice.
Watching it for the first time, I can't tell you, just for me, I love storytelling. I love narrative. I love everything like that. So this movie really appealed to me with its different take on telling a narrative, you know, from these different points of views with these characters. You know, that was just absolutely amazing. And then for me, I'm a big horror guy. This movie had so many great horror elements. There is a scene in this movie where rewatching it, I still was like, oh God. It's a scene of this lady walking up to this car and everything, and the sound design of like just hearing a door open made my heart drop.
Man, just even thinking about it is making me tense up right now.
Just absolutely amazing. This year was such a great year for horror in general, man. There were so many great movies. And this movie just excelled in every aspect. If you have not seen Weapons right now, I hope you check it out. It was just hard. Like this movie, at one point, I was like, oh, I love it. And then seeing one battle after another, I was like, that movie, honestly, I think was better. But what we're doing here is our favorite films, you know? Like, of course, I do think One Battle After Another is probably the better movie, you know? But for me, my love of the genre and everything, and again, my love of just storytelling on paper, you know, this movie exceeds that in such a great way. Nice. So that's my top 10. Crazy year for films.
That's a great list, man. I love that.
All right, Wallied, let's hear it.
All right. So we'll start off same thing. Honorable mentions for me. Like Nabaahi, there was a lot I saw this year that was so great. And there was some that was like a little sad I couldn't put on the list. But so let's get into it. So honorable mention number 1 for me is Sinners. Nice. Ryan Coogler. Such a great surprise of a film. Like great use of vampires I've seen in a while too. Like that was not at all like what I was expecting going into it. Just incredible action all around. And easily for me, the music aspect is so incredible and well done in this film. Michael B. Jordan's performance is doing as like a dual role is pretty solid too. And Jack O'Connell, man, I can't wait to see this guy in more things. Between seeing this and like the Bone Temple, I'm like, I can't wait to see this guy in more movies because, man, he's definitely become one of my favorites at this point with this movie. So, Sinners is my first honorable mention. And then honorable mention 2, one I'm a little sad I couldn't put on the list, is the new Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, nice.
Vengeance Most Foul. Yeah. It was a really cool follow-up to the Wrong Trousers short that they released all the way back in like the 90s.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And there's just a lot of hilarious moments throughout. It's, of course, very wholesome and charming, like a lot of Wallace and Gromit stuff is. And the portrayal and commentary they do on like technology and everything, I thought was really awesome. And I was very surprised how they portrayed it in the film, especially with the main gnome villain. And of course, like always with Aardman, the animation is just absolutely top notch. So if you guys love stop motion or Wallace and Gromit or anything at all, like definitely check this movie out for sure. Okay, honorable mention number 3 is The Colors Within, another one I'm sad I could have put on the list, but kind of like everything Nabaahi said, man, just the way this film shows music is just incredible. I don't know what it is with Naoko Yamada, but she just portrays music in like one of my favorite ways in this film. And
so good.
And it feels so personal and vulnerable to the characters. And especially when you get to like the last 30 minutes, it's just like a incredible, great explosion and just really great slice of life storytelling in general. Amazing. That really just, of course, just has made me love Naoko Yamada even more. And I'm so excited to see more from her. All right. Honorable mention number 4 is Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out. Knives Out 3. Yeah. This, not going to say too much about this if you guys haven't seen the movie, but man, some of the twists and turns in this film honestly blew my mind. It did take a little to get into it, I will say a bit in the first half, but honestly, once it gets into the mystery and the cast of characters, I was just honestly on board for it. And like you mentioned, Josh O'Connor is just fantastic in this movie. And man, like I'm just still like shocked how great these mysteries are. It's like I still could never even guess where these movies are gonna go. Honestly,
I actually tried with this movie, and I was like, I can't follow this.
I'm like, I have no idea how this is gonna play out. And then once it played out, I was like, okay, I love this even more. So yeah, Rian Johnson, I can't wait to see 10 more Knives Out movies. Please. Yeah. And then my final honorable mention is one that really took me by surprise was Jay Kelly by Noah Baumbach. Adam Sandler and George Clooney give a really great performances throughout. And it was a surprisingly really heartbreaking story about an actor, a famous actor, and you see the relationship that he has between his fans and the people around him in the business and industry versus kind of like the relationship he has with his daughters was something that made for some really great drama and honestly hit a little close to home at certain points for me personally. But that was one that I was really surprised with. And honestly, can't wait to kind of see this one again for sure at some point. But yeah, Jay Kelly is my final honorable mention. So yeah, those are all the honorable mentions. Sorry to some of the movies that I couldn't put on the list and everything. So, all right, now moving on to our top 10. Number 10 for me, I might just be biased just because this is like one of my favorite series ever, but it's Paddington and Perdue.
Oh, nice.
For me, this is just fun, wholesome adventure film that just has really great hard-hitting moments in the second half, especially with Paddington, the relationship Paddington has with like his Aunt Lucy. And then just the stuff with the villain is great. Antonio Banderas comes into the movie too. And I love honestly what he does and brings to the role. And yeah, I mean, overall, it's just a more of like really fun time around. It's just everything I really wanted for like a Paddington follow-up film. And I'm so excited I'm really happy with what I got with this film. All right. Number 9 is actually going to be 2 films. And both these films really surprised me. So I'll kind of touch on both of them briefly, but they are from the same franchise and same filmmaker. And I was honestly at this point, I've probably become a fan of this franchise now after seeing them is Dan Trachtenberg with Predator Badlands. But not only that, Predator Killer of Killers also. I finally got around to watching it. And I'll start with Predator Killer of Killers first. Every franchise should just have their own animated version, honestly.
Like insane.
The animation quality is incredible. The way it tells its story I thought was great. And I love how it tied together at the end and everything. It has some of the coolest action sequences I've seen all year, which you'll probably hear me say throughout this list. And not only that, I thought it was really cool to showcase like different time periods with the Predator being involved. Like that was something that I was like, that's kind of like a cool, like interesting take on it. You know,
amazing.
My only complaint is I just wish it was honestly a little bit longer, really, because man, I had such a great time with this. And then Predator Badlands, like you kind of mentioned, it does feel like an 80s action film in the best way possible. Like everything about this film was great. I loved the relationship between Dec and Thea. And I liked that it tied the Alien universe with like the synth droids and everything. Like that was such a cool way to blend both universes together. And of course, like, man, the world of it is great. And it was also really awesome to see like the Predator for once being like the main character, main focus of the story rather than kind of being like the villain or everything like that. You know, that was such a great kind of perfect way to tell that story that I haven't really seen like another franchise do something like this. So I'm definitely excited to see more. And like I said, guys, please just have this guy make an Alien versus Predator film because that would be literally like you get a taste of it with Predator Badlands. I'm like, please just do it. But yeah, I had a great time in the theater watching that film. All right, number 8 for me. I'm going to be straight up. This is probably the hardest I laughed all year watching a movie. It is The Naked Gun. This to me is how you do a remake. You pay tribute to, of course, a really incredible comedy. And it's cool how they kind of play into a lot of the jokes in the movie, but also having a fresh modern take and different spin on the story and everything, while as adding really even more funny jokes. Like the chili dog sequence is one of the goofiest sequences I've seen in a movie, and it's perfect. And for me personally, like it's been a dream of mine to see Liam Neeson in a comedy film like this. And my God, does he just kill it in every way. A lot of the music choices are just incredible. Just so many laughs throughout. Like it's just nonstop throwing jokes at you. And like you kind of said, it's like they just definitely don't make movies like this anymore. And it's like, I would love to see more comedies like this, honestly. But yeah, The Naked Gun, hands down, is just one of my favorite movies movies of the year, and I'm excited to watch it more and more again now. Number 7 on the list is One Battle After Another.
Nice.
It was one battle after another trying to get stuff on the list. But yeah, man, this really reignited my love for Paul Thomas Anderson. Like I kind of mentioned during the discussion, like I'm kind of shocked he has like a movie like this in him. It was a great blending of like his old style and new style coming back, while also feeling like a totally different thing for him. Again, the action sequences are just phenomenal throughout. Some incredible performances between Tiana Taylor and Leonardo DiCaprio. And man, the Sean Penn walk. I mean, Lockjaw's walk is one of the most memorable things I've seen all year. And it is one of the funniest things I've seen all year. And it's just absolutely phenomenal. The Johnny Greenwood score is absolutely phenomenal and incredible. And the pacing of it, considering it's nearly 3 hours, literally just keeps you on the edge of your seat the entire time. And I am just so excited to watch this movie again. I just honestly, like, this is a film I've thought about nonstop since I saw it. And yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson, please do more action stuff. Honestly, like, I would love to see him like dive more into this style of filmmaking. So yeah, One Battle After Another is number 7. Number 6 was a film that really took me quite by surprise. Was Begonia by Yorgos Lanthimos.
Nice.
Probably one of the most insane Emma Stone performances I have seen, with just the most insane, bonkers, off the wall plot you could imagine. And man, do they surprisingly take full advantage of it in every way. I'm not going to try to say too much about it because I really want you guys to go into it with like knowing little to nothing. But man, there are some really, it has this kind of strange blend of like comedy and horror that I don't think I've seen too many filmmakers kind of pull this off. But yeah, it makes for a very kind of interesting watch. And the music choices I think are fantastic. A lot of the horror and a lot of the kills are just really disturbing in this film. And yeah, this is a film that just really just is like an intense watch for sure, but one that I definitely was just really blown away by and wasn't really expecting much from. But man, I'm really happy with what I got with this. So yeah, moving on to top 5. This was also very hard because man, all of these 5 films were all just really amazing and incredible. So number 5 on the list, I'm starting off with a film that really just, I wasn't expecting much from, but man, I was really blown away by it. It is a film called Black Bag by Steven Soderbergh. And it's crazy. David Koepp also wrote this movie because, man, this has to be one of my favorite action spy films I've seen in a long while. Literally from the moment it begins, it does not let go. It does not let go of you. It just grabs you by a chokehold and just keeps you there. The pacing is incredible. The way this film unravels is phenomenal. And man, there are some great action set pieces in this. There's a lot of great, incredible drama moments throughout. And it feels like I kind of mentioned a while back, this feels like a deconstruction of a spy film to me. And this really, I think also is like a great definition of like all killer, no filler. And it has a great set of characters. Michael Fassbender gives such an incredible performance. Cate Blanchett gives such a fantastic performance. And man, I'll just say straight up, like the dinner sequence in this film is like easily one of my favorite dinner table sequences I've seen in a while. But yeah, Black Bag was a film that I still can't even believe this is like a real movie. Number 4 for me is a film that I really just reignited my love for not only DC, but just for superhero films in general. So number 4 for me is Superman.
Nice.
Hands down. This is probably one of the most fun I had at the theater all year. It is so funny. It has so much great drama. And it has like one of my favorite things with superhero films of just blending both being fun and pulpy while also having like a great drama romance to it. With the relationship between Superman and Lois is just hands down one of my favorite romantic relationships I've seen all year in a film. Lex Luthor is such an incredible villain, especially because, you know, having to see so much not so great DC films the last 10 years, and it's like, this feels so refreshing. I loved how everything was so established. I loved how colorful it was. There's just so so much heart to everything going on. Even though like some of the character introductions too, like, you know, seeing the Green Lantern in this, seeing Hawk Girl, seeing like Mr. Terrific, like characters you wouldn't expect in a movie like this. And man, they work so well with like Superman and the whole world that James Gunn creates with this. He does such a great job with creating the atmosphere of Metropolis and everything. And yeah, this is a film that honestly I could probably watch more and more of and just never get tired of it. So yeah, I'm so happy to say Superman is easily one of my favorite movies of the year. Okay, number 3 is one that's probably going to surprise a lot of you, but this for me really brought out the inner K-pop fan in me, and I'm so happy with how this movie turned out. So for me, number 3, it's K-pop Demon Hunters. This just to me is like one of the coolest concepts I've ever seen in a movie, and my God, do they take full advantage of this concept in pretty much every way, like even down to just the music. The music in this film is so incredible and it's so great and it adds a lot to the characters. And not only that, there's just so many funny moments, whether it's like visual gags or just even like little one-liners. It's just like there's so much of the humor that just works for me throughout the film. And of course, the animation style is like one of the coolest animations. I mean, like this animation style is just phenomenal. Like it really is just like perfect. And I love, again, how colorful it is. Like it's such a great, colorful film. And then of course, on top of it, the drama that the film has, which I wasn't even expecting for a movie like this, is just phenomenal. And it's like, it shows you like, even like when you're fighting demons, it's like you have interpersonal demons that you're still trying to like go through and that you might be struggling with. And man, it does such an incredible job of portraying that I was just like, made the movie even better for me, honestly. And yeah, at this point, I've seen this movie like a few times at this point, and I don't get tired of watching this film. And even the songs, like even when I hear the songs, as many times as I've heard them, I just don't get tired of them. They're so catchy and everything. And I'm excited to see more from this world now, hearing there's like a sequel and everything. I can't wait to see what they do with a K-pop Demon Hunter sequel. So yeah, that's my number 3. All right, so like last year, my 2 spots, number 2 and number 1, were also really hard for me also because these are both fantastic movies. These are just films that I just really am like, man, it's a great year to be a horror fan, honestly. So that's why number 2 for me is going to be Zach Cregger's Weapons. This movie is one of the most terrifying films I have seen in a while. Yeah, not saying a lot because I do get scared easily, but man, the concept of this film is just so insane. Even with like the slow pace of it and everything was so great. And it's like the cast of characters they showed throughout and the way like all of it ties together at the end was such a perfect bow tie to everything that you're watching. And it's so crazy between watching this and Barbarian. It's like this guy just has such a great blend of like comedy, drama, and horror that I'm like, I don't know how he does it, but it literally works wonders. And the villain in this is genuinely terrifying. The last 20 minutes is just like fireworks, honestly. And for me personally, it's like, it feels like it's like a mix of like an adrenaline rush and then like just like having like an anxiety kind of attack at the same time watching it. It just for me, just leaves me so much on the edge of my seat. And of course, like one thing too that I think he's so great with also is like just the mysteries throughout the film, and the payoffs are just absolutely fantastic. And this is one style I would like to see blended more with horror, is mystery, because man, he does it so incredibly well in this film. But yeah, Weapons for me is easily number 2. I was so close to putting this at number 1. However, if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you'll probably know my number 1, my favorite film of the year is hands down 28 Years Later, Danny Boyle. This for me was everything I could have asked for and more. This movie is like an emotional roller coaster from me from start to finish. There's moments where I'm literally genuinely terrified. There's moments where I'm sobbing and crying at the emotional heartbreak and drama. There's incredible comedic moments too in the middle portion with the soldier character.
Yeah.
And all of it comes together so incredibly seamlessly and so incredibly well to where I'm like, how are you doing this? And not only that, but I feel like this is like kind of like similar to like a Mad Max thing where it's like, okay, I set the standard for what a zombie film could be. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to set a new standard for what zombie films could be. And man, I didn't think the zombies could get more terrifying than 28 Days Later, but my God, do they find a way to. Yeah. And man, the kills in this film are insane. The drama is just genuinely heartbreaking. Everything with Spike's character and journey is just absolutely phenomenal from start to finish. The acting is just top notch. And not only that, but man, the whole Bone Temple and everything they teased for the sequel, and it's just so great. And man, there's so much intrigue and like great world building throughout that they tease so much of. And not only that, but man, just technically on a technical aspect, it is so genuinely impressive to me that this is filmed on iPhones, and yet it doesn't even skip a beat with 28 Days Later. It literally feels like a continuation or follow up to it in like the best way possible, you know. And it's like that same style and energy is just there, but in like a modernized version of it. And I love when a filmmaker can do that. And for that and many other reasons, man, this is just such an incredible movie. Even with all the weird, disturbing stuff that happens into it, there's still so much beauty to be found in this film, and just so much like intrigue and drama there, you know. And man, just the heartbreaking story of a kid trying to get out of like an abusive household is just something I was not ready for this movie to show at all. So yeah, for me, it's 28 years later. This is easily just outdoes 28 Days Later for me in every way. And I'm so excited to see more from this trilogy, and I'm excited to see more from just what they have to offer, honestly, because this is easily for me like one of my favorite horror films I've seen in such a long time. So
all right.
Yeah, there we go.
Those are our top 10s. I said, let us know what your guys' top 10, top 5, you know, just I really would love to see, maybe there's some other movies that I haven't included. Maybe there's some hidden gem out there that I just don't know about. So please put in the comments, you know, what were your favorite movies of 2025? So last year we did our worst of list. However, this year I personally didn't see that many movies that I would consider, you know, horrible, downright atrocity or whatever. So honestly, it would have felt more like me trying to search those movies out. Like, for instance, I didn't see War of the Worlds that came out this year. I've seen clips from it, but I haven't seen the whole film. And I don't really want to watch that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really want to waste my time with that. So
yeah, I didn't really feel like putting myself through that this year.
Neither did I. So sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. No worst of. But we will jump into our most anticipated of 2026, even though the year has already started.
I know.
I only have 5. I figure I'll just keep it to 5. Something simple. There's probably tons of movies that I'm not aware of, but kind of the ones that have been on my radar over the past year, you know.
Yeah. Well, and especially as the year goes on, they'll announce more and more movies. Exactly. So that's kind of the hard thing with doing these anticipated lists is like, I don't know what's going to come out. So
first on the list is a movie called A New Dawn. It is being directed by Yoshitoshi Shinomiya, I think. Okay. He is a background artist who works pretty frequently with Makoto Shinkai. So this is actually his directorial debut movie. It was supposed to come out last year. However, it has now been pushed back to 2026. There's only a brief little trailer that I've seen that's like 30 seconds. But man, the animation quality just speaks for itself. It looks absolutely amazing. Makoto Shinkai is working on another film, and I believe that probably won't come out till 2027. And my anticipation for that film kind of shined light for me on this movie. So if I can't have Makoto Shinkai this year, man,
You get a sample.
Yeah, I'll definitely check this guy out. I mean, especially I love directorial debuts. I love seeing,
Of course.
people, rise up through the ladder, working on other films and things, and then getting their chance to kind of, take the reins and
That's always great. Absolutely.
tell a story that they want them. That's always amazing. So yeah, number 5 is A New Dawn.
All right.
Number 4, very simple. I really don't need to say much. Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, nice.
I am so excited for this movie.
Cool.
Which is cool to say, considering that Marvel has been where they've been over the past couple of years.
Yeah, more hit or miss for sure.
But from the moment the casting was announced of Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, my anticipation has been pretty high. So
Yeah, that's crazy. That's this year. Oh my God.
to start the countdown clock, we gotta wait all the way till December.
Yeah.
But yeah, Avengers Doomsday is number 4.
All right.
Number 3, I know a lot of people are going to be really pessimistic with this movie.
What's that?
I just love these characters so much. It's Toy Story 5.
Okay, nice.
The trailer won me over.
pick.
I'm super excited for this. These characters have just been a part of my life ever since I was a little kid. So if they're doing another entry or something, you can bet that I'm going to be there.
Yeah, it's worth seeing. Why not?
Yeah, and I'm super excited to see what they do now with this kind of take on technology and everything, which I felt all the Toy Story movies have had. It's just those takes on different elements that exist within toys and things and enjoyment from children. I'm really excited for Toy Story 5. Number 2, this is a movie that I've seen a lot of trailers on, and it still hasn't come out, and we're still waiting.
Okay.
Project Hail Mary. I mean, can March
Can
get
it
here
not come
soon
sooner?
enough?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
It is a movie that's starring Ryan Gosling and
That's enough for me to watch a movie, though, honestly. But yeah.
2 directors who have been kind of more in a producer role over the past couple of years.
Yep.
Phil Lord and Chris Miller are now returning. They have, in my opinion, made some of the greatest comedy movies and the greatest animated movies of all time. And these guys, they just have a magic with them. Every time they release a movie, man, who thought the Lego movie was going to be good? No one. No one thought that movie was going to be good. And yet here we are.
And it's great.
It's amazing. And 21 and 22 Jump Street are some of my favorite comedy movies ever.
I gotta check those out.
They're amazing. And these directors, for me, in my opinion, just don't miss. So I've been heavily anticipating this movie. It needs to get here. I want to see it, and
only 2 months away though, so not too far.
I'll definitely be there. Release weekend, it's just one of those movies where it's like,
I gotta go see it.
I gotta be there.
Yeah.
And the trailers have just been working for me. All right.
What's your number one?
I wouldn't have said this early into last year, but because of the movies that I've seen over the year, this movie jumped to number 1.
Okay.
It is the new Resident Evil movie directed by Zach Cregger.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Loved Weapons, as you guys can tell. So the fact that
That's
this guy
quick too.
is doing a Resident Evil for me brings a lot of excitement. Man, I can just see it now, like his style and everything, meshing with one of my favorite horror video game franchises. Not really a big fan of the movies that they've done.
You don't like the Paul W.S. Anderson ones?
Man, this movie has a real chance for me of being just a hit in both areas. My love of the video games and my love of movies, kind of blended into one. And I think Zach Cregger is such an interesting up and coming director to kind of pick for this franchise. This franchise is kind of like my thing of the year because they have a new Resident Evil game coming out in February that I'm super excited for. It's Resident Evil Requiem. Nice. So yeah, it's kind of crazy that video game's coming out and now this movie.
Yeah. Resident Evil fans are eating this year. It looks like.
They really are. And again, like for me, Resident Evil kind of changed for me ever since the release of 7 a couple of years ago. And this franchise has just been one of my favorites. So please, I'm hoping that this movie's good.
Cool, man.
Yeah, it's my number one most anticipated.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, my most anticipated. So I'll start off with the most recent one that's going to be coming out in a few weeks that I can't wait to see is The Moment by Charlie XCX. I mean, do I need to say more? I'm excited to see how she blends the mockumentary and like narrative kind of styling together. And of course, I mean, just it being in the Brat era, which is like, I'll be straight up, one of my favorite eras of music so far. I really can't wait to see what she offers with this. And honestly, that teaser trailer we talked about a while back really had me intrigued and excited. So yeah, can't wait for that. Number 4 is another one I'm just so excited to see, especially because I really loved the last film they did is Godzilla Minus Zero.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how they follow up Godzilla Minus One, because for me, Godzilla Minus One is easily probably my favorite Godzilla film I've seen. And this is just one Godzilla kind of, I want to see this version of Godzilla more. And I can't wait to see what they offer. I can't wait to see what monsters they'll introduce, what kind of story they'll tell with this. And so again, there's not really much. There's like a 30-second teaser of just the title. But still, that was enough for me to be like, you know what? True. I'm excited. I'm going to go see it. I will be there release day weekend. Number 3 for me is a film that the more I'm seeing from this film, the more I'm getting excited about it. It is a movie called Hoppers, and the animation style just looks phenomenal. It's also, I think, Pixar too, actually. Yeah. And the concept of it just sounds amazing on paper. You know, it's like these people that go into like, they're like kind of animals or something, and it's like this kind of take on like nature versus nurture, and it looks really, really cool. And what has me more excited is the guy directing it is Daniel Chong, who, if you guys don't know, he made a show called We Bare Bears on Cartoon Network a long time ago. Dang. And so it's really exciting to see him finally do like a feature film, and so I really can't wait to see what he does with this story and release, honestly. And it's so cool to see him working for Pixar, so that's really great to hear. All right, number 2. This was so hard. But I'm between, they're both sci-fi films actually, but I'm going to say number 2 is Project Hail Mary. Nice. Yeah, everything about this movie, I just can't wait. The concept, from the trailers, the cast, even just like the story it reveals in the trailer, it just looks so damn intriguing. And man, I can't wait to see how they blend sci-fi and comedy. Especially too, like it feels like it's been so long since I saw a Lord and Miller film. And so it's going to be exciting to see them kind of like go back into making a movie again and everything. So yeah, I'm with you, man. Project Hail Mary, like the day that comes out, I'm going to see that. And then probably my most anticipated, maybe a little bit biased just because I've been more obsessed with this filmmaker this past year, but it's Disclosure Day for me. Steven Spielberg. Nice. I like just knowing Steven Spielberg is coming back to doing like a horror sci-fi thing is just, man, I can't wait to see it. And that trailer, like I mentioned, like honestly, hands down, has to be one of my favorite trailers I've seen in such a long time. I appreciate it doesn't give too much away. And man, I love the things they like kind of somewhat reveal and tease. The cast too just looks great. Like I mentioned, Emily Blunt and Coleman Domingo, like that's going to be, I think Josh O'Connor is actually also going to be in it too. So I'm like, that's even more perfect. But man, I honestly just can't wait to see this. This looks so intriguing. This looks just absolutely amazing and horrifying. And it's going to be so exciting to see how he does like a kind of sci-fi play on this, you know, especially because it's been so long since he's done it. And yeah, I think this is pretty much solidified that I think the summer blockbusters are back, you know? So yeah, Steven Spielberg, Disclosure Day is, I think, my most anticipated film of the year.
Nice. All right, guys, that is our top 10 favorite films of the year and our most anticipated of this year / next year. Thank you guys for joining us, man. This was a lot of fun. Like I said, I would love to know your guys' top favorite movies.
Yeah, please. What's your top 4? Come on, give us your Letterboxd, guys.
Put them in the comments. Love to read them. Again, thank you for everything that you guys have done for this podcast over the past year. You guys have just been blowing my mind. It's just insane the amount of growth we've had over the year.
Yeah. Especially so quickly too.
It's kind of scaring me. Again, like I really am just like, this is kind of insane, but again, I really just never expected it. So yeah, thank you guys for everything. And then, this year was just such a great year for movies. So
here's to an even better year.
Looking forward to next year. Yes. Or this year. Yeah. We're
I guess this year. I know. I got to get used to that.
But thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you all so much. And I hope you guys stay for more. So good day and good night, mates.
We'll see you on the next one.